one of the big news from Indian football circles, at least, has been that Mandar Tamhane has left Bengaluru FC. Um, I have seen in my timeline, I've seen in this in the chats here and everywhere, a lot of people asking Mandar to leave. Me personally, I have a very good relationship with him. He's always treated me well. I have to say, it's probably the right time for the team and him to part ways. That is all fair. But let's look at his whole career, right? Whole tenure, 10 years. Just one second. Just look at the whole tenure of 10 years. It's been, if you look at it in black and white, a hugely successful spell until the last 3 years, right?
Do I want to what is the word for it? I I sympathize with Mandar.
Yeah,
Basically,
so do I. So do I.
once the IPL franchise was in, it was curtains, right? The IPL franchise is producing revenue. The Olympic program is producing medals,
Superstars.
superstars, medals, gold medals, bronze medals, silver medals, you name it, producing, right? So, which one is the clown at the party then? Which one? I'm really sorry to use the word, but there is only one clown at this party, right? So, I mean, wh- honestly, Mandar will remain a BFC legend. I mean, took it as far as he could, did whatever he could. Yeah, maybe a few decisions, recruitment decisions in the last 2 3 years went bad, but I mean, what more could he have done? You know, incremental changes maybe, but
But look
uh,
at this on the flip side. When I look at it, I met him maybe on the first ever press conference. I think I'm not very sure, but in the first year, from there you built a club from scratch.
hmm,
You get a fan base in. You put in your soccer schools, your Bellari, that academy, residential academy, build all that up.
everything,
Win
all touch
Super
points.
Division, won every single title there is to win in Indian football, reached the AFC Cup final, all and they produced a lot of national team players in the first 4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
Lot of national team players who went on to have great careers, or may not be there once they joined the ISL. A lot of them did move on to other leagues, other clubs as well. So I look at it fondly as a man who really got through the story of him and going and talking to Sunil to get him to come to the club, selling him the vision that this is what you want to do because it was an unfancied team, right? And they came in new team, no superstar name. Sunil was the only big name in that team. Robin Singh, maybe you can say, but Sunil was the only one who was really got any name value. So to
and
build that team
and
up,
if you look at after HAL, right, like
yeah,
the
nobody
city,
had it. Yeah,
the city's football was dead.
yeah.
That of course you have Gautampura and all. Yes, will
Yeah,
always be
no,
there,
this
but
local divisions are there, but on the national level, that football interest had gone down, and they built it up. They did a great job in the first seven
hmm,
years. Yes, like you said, the last 3 years not been that great. A lot of recruitment issues, money
still,
also. Whatever money they
still,
spent, because the rest of the clubs were spending a lot more.
hmm,
BFC's money was lesser, I guess. That's why you lose people like Miku, and
hmm.
you don't replace him with another Miku-esque
one
player.
one Durand Cup trophy to show for it, and how many clubs have trophies to show for in the last 3 years? Mumbai, ATK,
Goa,
and
Goa,
Goa, Jamshedpur,
yeah,
right?
Hyderabad.
Hyderabad,
Yeah.
Hyderabad. So still one Durand. Like I mean, saying, like I said, would you rather finish seventh and not win Durand, or would you finish ninth and win Durand? I mean, for me, trophy's a trophy, right? So,
Absolutely.
uh,
What about you, Vishnu?
Vishnu, yeah.
You are also there. I remember for the AFC Cup final.
We
You were
were
one of the four. Yeah.
I was there. I was there for the closed doors match also. I don't know if you guys remember, it was
In Campaigns Rovers.
Tampines over.
I was there too. I
German
was there
Pennant was
too.
playing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We scored a goal in that, the 1-0 win. Yeah.
1-0 win.
Mm.
Yeah, Akbar
I think,
Nawaz was the coach.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you remember, yeah.
no,
Hmm.
as you guys said, I think what Mandar has done, not just Mandar, obviously. But, I mean, again, it's wrong to give him all the credit on this one, but then it's wrong to not give him any credit also. That whatever he did, the way he's built up Bengaluru FC, I think it's definitely impressive, especially in those first 3 4 years when what they were doing was revolutionary. There was nobody who was doing it like that because even the ISL clubs were trying to figure out how to run themselves. I League clubs were not really up to the they had no idea. I mean, these people, I think, if I'm not wrong, they won the Federation Cup within a few months of being founded, right?
Federation
The
Cup?
first season
No,
they
first
won
year
the
they won the
Federation.
league. Won the
Huh?
league first year.
Yeah. So I think that alone shows you how bad things were in Indian football at that time, and somebody could just come in and do this and be better than everyone else with like a few months of preparation. So I think you have to give, not just Mandar, that team that was there for Bengaluru FC at the start, credit for introducing a lot of things into Indian football that weren't there before. So he definitely deserves credit. And as both of you guys said, I don't think Bengaluru FC's decline over the last few years has entirely been his fault. I mean, um, a lot of it, as Marco mentioned, has a lot to do with JSW diversifying. Because if you remember, for the first 3 or 4 years, they only had Bengaluru FC, but then IIS came, which was an amazing venture. But that meant that a lot of their attention got shifted to that establishment, and then like the Delhi Capitals thing came as well, and uh, it's when you can produce Olympic gold medalists with half the effort, then obviously your focus will be there, right? Why would you want to focus on football where you're not going to produce an Asian Cup winning team in 50 years, let alone a World Cup winning team? So, uh, yeah, so it's see again, Mandar is somebody I wouldn't say I've known, but I've interacted with him from before he was at Bengaluru FC when he was with the national team. So from that time, you keep hearing things about him, good things. So he's definitely made a big difference to Indian football. Definitely more than a lot of people who were within AIF in that same period, who are in more of a position of power to make a difference. So he's definitely done more good, given more good stuff to Indian football than that. These kind of people. Again, it's hard to look back when you look back upon his entire reign. It's hard to say that it's been a negative thing. It's been positive. There's no question about that. And the decline was sad, but then yeah, it's as they say in the movies. I guess all good things must come to an end.
Yes.
So
Yes,
yeah,
yes, and it's football at the end of the day, and at some point people have to go in different directions.